many comments from citizens that we need a planner or we won't have planning. And I disagree with that comment. We do have planning, and building on what Chuck said, it is in our code. The planning is there. Just because we don't have somebody there every day behind the scenes making decisions that nobody knows why, they can't go to a piece of paper and see what is written on that piece of paper and make sure their projects comply with it, that there's some other rule that's popping up and don't know why. There is planning. It's written into the code. And if there needs to be any filling in, I worked with our town planning board as the planning and zoning board attorney for 13 years. I think Mike Dovis is in the audience, and he knows I've said it a million times. As a planning and zoning board attorney in my private law practice, I go in front of a lot of town boards, city boards, zoning boards, planning boards for private clients, and I think our town planning board is the cream of the crop. I worked with them for 13 years. They're the best that there is. I've seen some that are almost as good. I've seen a lot that are not even in our ballpark, and I think they do a great job. And having those 7 people, whether I disagreed with them or didn't agree with them at times, I think they all very carefully and very thoughtfully came to conclusions and usually came out on top by the time those 7 people voted. Those are the people that I really want in a public forum, filling in any cracks or deficiencies that there might be in our code. Not a person who is essentially a bureaucrat in a government office where there's no oversight into why that happened. I would rather it happen here, put the rules in writing, everybody can read them, everybody knows what they are. If there are disagreements or cracks that need to be filled, go to the planning board, do it in public.
So you think projects don't need to be reviewed, you have to send them directly from the executive secretary directly to the planning board, and you think they have the expertise to go through those plans around the time at a planning board meeting to go through those plans and make an adequate analysis of the project?
I don't believe that that's how the process works. The process works where it goes to the building department, then it goes to the engineering department, and a lot of those determinations are made there. And then, for instance, I know that Keith always had to submit a letter to the applicants, and if it wasn't at a state of completeness that had to go in front of the planning board, then the applicant wasn't ready and it wasn't put on the agenda. At some point, Keith made a determination and a letter that said, okay, you've got a couple of minor things here, get them done before the planning board, and then you deemed it complete at some point to come there. So that review process was happening. It was happening. It just was happening through the building department, through our town engineer.